Hi, this is my December 10th, 2024 Vlogmas, and I'm just going to do a quick thing about what I do in my free time. I'm 62 years old and I'm retired, so I have a little schedule that I do to keep myself busy. And I have a few projects that I'm doing. My biggest project is that I am scanning in photos, because I have all of these albums, and they're back in the day. This is just I think these are mostly from the 80s, because I think the pictures I have from the 90s I took off of some CDs, because I also have oops, I just spilled a bunch. I also have a bunch of these, and each one of these has backups from my computer. Now, I've had computers since the 80s. I've had access to computers since the 80s, and I have files saved on computers from the 80s. But this is, let me see if I can find a really good one. That's not it. These are all photos from my life. And these were pictures that you took on either a film camera. Some of these were, I used to have a disc camera, and then you would take them to a place to be developed, or you would mail them out. That was another thing. That was the cheapest way. You would mail them out, and then you get back a pack of pictures, and you'd put them in your photo album. It's kind of weird to think of that now, but like I said, I'm 62. I'm 62 and a half, and I'm afraid I'm going to lose track of these things as I get older. So I want them somewhere digitally that I can then access them and look back on them. And I feel like right now is the perfect time. When I first retired in 2022, I thought I'd spend the first year organizing all my digital content, and I did, but I have a lot. And the scanning process is not that easy, because I have to take a picture out of there. I have a scanner, feed scanner over there. I did want to get one of those, and I may still, I don't know, invest in one of those where you can put a stack in. But even if you put a stack in, you still have to monitor it because it can get stuck. So I'm scanning at 600 DPI, so it takes a little time. So I put a picture in, it shows up on my laptop. I have to wait for it to completely finish, put another one in. And then that's not the end of it, because then I have to organize it. And the thing that I'm doing right now is that I'm trying to get together all my family photos, and I'm trying to put them together for a gift for Christmas. And I realize it's December 10th. Christmas is 15 days away. So not only do I have to get these organized and get them copied onto these SD cards, I also have to do my Christmas cards, put those in, which is nice. They'll fit in a card, and because I don't have to do a lot. I think I'm going to send one out to several family members with the idea that they will copy them. But they are they're SD cards with the SD adapter, and hopefully people will have something to read those with. If not, you can get them, and they're really inexpensive. And most computers have an SD slot. So that's one of the things I'm working on today. And the other thing I'm doing is I went out to Petco. And I talked about going to Petco a few days ago to get a jacket a parka for my dog, because the Petco is really close. and I have a membership, so I get these rewards points, and I had just, so yeah, it's really easy to go to. But today was the day that my fee came out. I paid $22 a month, and then I get $15 back in reward points. So I was like, okay, I want to make sure I stock up on things. The weather's okay now. I don't want to run out of dog food in the middle of a snowstorm or stuff. From my days of even drinking, I used to always say I wanted to have one in the chamber. I know that's an awful analogy, or is that an simile? But I do that for everything. I always have a pack of paper towels, a big pack of toilet paper. I like to have a pack of contact lens solution. A bottle of contact lens solution. So I like to always have an extra to take the place of the one that that I'm using now before it runs out. Same with my coffee and the dog treats, and except for the milk. Milk never works that way very well. It's better to just get it the minute you run out. Anyways, so I had the dog food I know is $19. I had $15 in Petco rewards, and I went to the cashier and I said, I want to use all my rewards. I put my number in. He only used $10. He didn't use the $15, and I know that sometimes it has to be. And the reason why I was using them, I know you have to use you can't use partial ones. So if it was $14, I wouldn't be able to use 15. But I know he could have used that third one. And also, this kind of ticked me off. He went ahead and printed it out. I always want them to email it because their printers suck. You get it and you can barely read the type. So I'd rather have them email it. Plus, if I ever have to look, when was the last time I bought dog food? I can look it up in my email. Let's see, what else is going on? Because I want to give you a full... I had breakfast. My breakfast was delicious. I had the bottom of the sunflower seed bagels, which I love. And I can only get in one spot. It's so crazy. But I'm lucky that I can get them. The bottom doesn't have as many sunflower seeds as the top does. The top is usually covered with it. There used to be a bread I would get on the east side that was sunflower seed bread that had sunflower seeds throughout it, and it was so good. And I tried to make bread one time and put the sunflower seeds in it, but it's not as easy as people make it seem. Oh, you do this, and then you do this, and you fold that. It's a lot of work. But I had that, and it was still good. I had my little butter mixture, which I add some bacon seasonings, some ranch dressing, and a little bit of everything bagel seasoning. The butter is so delicious. I am listening to 11.22.63. I didn't realize it came out in 2011, but this was my first time actually being exposed to it. And I've listened to the whole book. I like to do the Audible. But I'm also listening to a podcast called The Kingslayers as they discuss the book. Now, I've been exposed to this podcast before because they also did a whole thing on The Dark Tower, and I listened to their commentary on that, and it's so good. Stephen King is amazing. So I was listening to their podcast while I was eating, and last night I did my TCOT podcast. I have a really good full schedule of things that I do that keep me busy. I understand people who are hesitant to retire because they think that they're just going to be sitting on the couch watching TV. But my life is so full. The TCOT Podcast is a Perry Mason fan podcast that I do with my sister Denise. TCOT stands for the case of the, which is what precedes almost every title of a Perry Mason episode. There's maybe 2 or 3 that do not have the in the case of the. And last night we were doing the case of the lame canary. This is our 70th episode, so we're moving right along. There's 271 episodes. I don't know if we're going to get to all of them, but we're doing them. We're going by season by season. So we did season 2 last night. The next episode is going to be in season 3, and I use a random number generator to pick a number for the next episode from the next season. And it's interesting because sometimes I want to there's episodes I don't particularly like, so I could just pick the ones I like. But I do want to use the number generator because I don't want to heavy load the front of it with all the episodes I like. And then towards the end we're slugging through the ones I don't like. I mean, I like most of them. There's some of them that some of the characters annoy me or the premise annoys me. But I love Perry Mason. We talk about the whole episode, and as we're going through the episode, we talk about things like the fashion, the cars, all the old stuff like phone booths and stuff, and it's really fun and exciting. My sister is very good at it, and I think we do a good job. I mean, we're not getting loads and loads of downloads, but we do it for fun. And just like on my YouTube channel, I'm not really trying to get out there and monetize anything because I'm 62 and I'm on early retirement. So my income is limited by my pension. And if I make more than a certain amount of money, then I could lose my pension because I'm on early retirement. It's a shame that this is early retirement. This should just be normal retirement. But in 4.5 years, it seems so far away, I will be on full retirement and I will not have to worry about any extra income I make. Okay, so what am I going to do today? Today I've had my breakfast, walked Maja. I did some Christmas shopping on Amazon. I do too much on Amazon. I'm having a lovely cup of coffee. I just did my blood pressure, and it's not perfect, but it's better than it was. I think it's the ice cream and cookies that I've been eating. 117/74. And so now I'm going to edit this. I'm going to, I may be doing my Control-Alt-Wow podcast tonight. I'm not sure. But I am going to play some Medieval Dynasty. I've been kind of waiting because the company that does it is in Europe. And I've been hoping for an update because on Mondays they usually update things, but I don't know. I'm looking at their Discord page. Very happy. Oh, and I also am wearing my weighted vest today because I want to work on my posture. I'm worried that I'm not humping over as much as I used to, but I think I am just a tiny bit. Gonna go water my plants and then play some VR. And I need to check in to see if I am doing the podcast tonight. There's another podcast I do called Control-Alt-Wow, the one I've been doing since 2006. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed my Vlogmas, and I'm enjoying my life. Until tomorrow, bye.